Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be showing you how to create this emoji inspired purple devil look. So if you want to see how I created this look and what products I used, then please keep on watching.
Alright, so I'm starting off by mapping out where I want my horns to go, and I'm just doing this with a cream colored eyeliner. I've already pre-made my horns prior to this, and I created these using polymer clay, then painted over them using acrylic paint mixed with some baking soda for some added texture. I am then filling in those spots with a crap ton of eyelash glue, and then I'm just going to hold down my horns for a few minutes to make sure that they stay in place. And I just hold these down until I feel like my arms are about to fall off. Once that's done, I then proceed into adding more glue around the horns to fill in any gaps. You can also do this with some spirit gum, but since I don't have any on hand, I'm just using the strongest eyelash glue that I have, and the brand that I'm using for this is the Nippon eyelash glue. I am then going to take some cotton balls and then I'm just unrolling them into strips, and this is what I'm going to use to make the edges of the horns blend into my skin and make it seem like they're growing out of my forehead. To adhere the cotton balls or cotton strips on my face, I'm just using some good old Elmer's glue. This is completely safe to use on the skin because this is non-toxic and kids use this all the time. Also, what I'm doing here is sort of like paper mache but with cotton. You can do this with some liquid latex if you have some on hand, but I am allergic to latex, so I am good with Elmer's glue. I used one cotton strip for each horn, but this would depend on how big or how wide your horns are. Now, once these cotton pieces are on, I'm going to make sure that they dry up for a good few minutes before I proceed with the next step. Now, once the cotton has dried up in place, I am then going to saturate that with more Elmer's glue, and as I am doing that, I am going to gently tug on the end seams to make sure that the cotton meshes with my skin. And since Elmer's glue does take a few minutes to dry, this is going to give you ample time to make sure that everything is blended and well saturated. And once both of my horns are done and in place, I'm then going to take my face paint. This one is the Paint Warrior palette from Hey Hue PH. And I'm just going to mix a few colors to create that perfect purple that I want to achieve. And I am just applying that face paint with my fingers, and then I am going to go ahead and blend that out with a sponge or a beauty blender afterwards. Also, if you don't want to use purple, if you don't want to look like Barney, that is completely fine. You can use a different color. I did a very similar look 2 years ago and I used red instead, which is a traditional demon color, I guess. But I think it would also be super cute if you did this in like a pink or a blue paint. Next, I mixed up a lighter purple shade, almost a lavender, and I'm just putting that on the areas that I want to highlight or brighten up, such as the under eyes, the forehead, the chin, and the nose bridge. This is going to ensure that our highlights and our face color or skin color is going to mesh perfectly. So I'm just going to blend that out again with a sponge, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some white to brighten up those places even more. I just took the leftover purple that I used for my entire face and added a bit of black to that to darken it up a bit. And then I'm going to use that for contour. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am using the same sponge for all of my colors, and for me that just makes everything blend so much easier. Next, you can take any translucent or colorless powder and use that to bake the entire face everywhere that you have your face paint on. For this, I am using my Pond's Tone Up powder. For the brows, I decided to do my brows as I normally would, except thinner and more arched for that villainous look. Once I dust all of my powders off, I'm just going to take some matching eyeshadows and set the rest of my makeup in place. This is going to give more saturation to those colors, and for this I'm just using my Beauty Glazed Color Fusion palette. Next, for eyeshadow, you can actually do any eye look with this. For me, I think I did a very simple eye look using my Saharan palette from Juvia's Place. So I just took a white shimmery shade and put that on the inner third of my eyes, and then I'm going to go in with a black shade and just blend that out. And that's actually pretty much it for the eyeshadows. I also took that same black shade and smoked that out on my lower lash line. Next, to add some drama, some oomph to this look, I'm just taking some purple chunky glitters and I'm going to place that where I have my white eyeshadow on. I absolutely love these glitter liners and I use them all the time, even for my regular looks. And I'm going to make sure that I have everything linked in the description box below should you be interested in purchasing any of these products. Next, using my favorite Careline Graph Ink eyeliner, I'm just creating a wing following the shape of my eyeshadow. I also applied my falsies and tight-lined my eyes off camera before adding on this black lipstick from Dragon Rainy. Now, these last steps are completely optional, but I'm taking my Heyhue Basic Hydroliners palette, mixing in the black and red shade, and I'm just going to bloody up where my horns are growing out from. And then I'm going to add a beauty mark under my eye as well. And that is pretty much it. This is a very easy look. Please tag me should you decide to recreate it.
And that is pretty much it for this short tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you haven't. All of my social media handles will be listed down below, so go ahead and check that out if you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video.